Hi, this is the evaluation of the order trading system activity for August the 6th, 2021. We had 4 trades on that day, 3 were buys, and 1 was a short sell. First trade was CODX. That's Co-Diagnostics Incorporated. It tripped at 11:39:12 a.m. at a price of $9.84. Closed the day at $9.90, down 3.7%. So that's definitely a positive. And we'll have a look at the indicators for that. OBV looks not too bad. You can see it was moving up, a little bit dropping up. So MACD, you see it came up around tripping price, maintained it. It wasn't too bad. You can see it a couple of times where it jumped up again. So it is somewhat is moving positive. DI tripped and dropped, tripped. A little bit of bouncing back and forth here. End of the day it was dropping a little bit. But you can see Bollinger Band, pretty much a steady increase. So stock itself was moving up for the most part of the day. You see, end of the day though, it dropped off a bit. So it did start moving backwards or downwards at the end of the day. Next trade is FOX. And that is Fox Corporation. Tripped at 12:49 p.m. at a price of $33.76. It was a short sale. Closed the day at $33.74, down 1.6%. Technically is a positive. Only a couple cents, but still it was moving downwards. And it was down at the end of the day. OBV, this is at 12:28. So it dropped here, but you see right afterwards it jumped up again volume-wise at least. But again, it came back down and such. So MACD down, down, down. So it's moving down on a regular basis, but you can see in general MACD pretty much was staying center line around its movement up and downwards. So DI, same thing, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can see it was moving down at the end of the day, so that stock technically was moving down. Bollinger Band, you can see somewhat of a steadily downward trending move, but not too much. It's as much moving sideways as it is in any direction itself. A little bit negative, but very much sideways. So that's an interesting stock. Next trade is CGC. That's Canopy Growth Corporation. Tripped at 1:21:28 p.m. at a price of $19.23. It was a buy. Closed the day at $19.15, up 0.05%. Price-wise, not too bad. You can see it was moving up from its morning activity, but check to see 128. Yeah, roughly 121. 121. 1936. 1932. 124. 124. So it's all, well, actually here 121 and 134. 1925. Maintained it, maintained it, maintained it. Actually, it was still up. And actually, even over here, so it just happened to be the end of the day, it just dropped a little bit. Pretty much a whole afternoon period, it actually was above its tripping price on a regular basis. So that is a positive. Just happened to be the end of the day, it dropped a little bit below its tripping price. Check to see if the indicators are showing positive. OBV, not too bad, moving somewhat on an upward movement. MACD, MACD though is a little bit different. You could see 121. Roughly around this period is where it came up, but then the rest of the afternoon it pretty much dwindled down, moving somewhat in a downward direction MACD. So MACD wasn't moving too much positive after it tripped. DI though, DI looks good. It was pretty much positive. You can see during its tripping period it was positive fairly strongly. And you see a little bit of drop here at the end of the day, so it was dropping down a little bit, at least direction-wise. And Bollinger Band, again, like the previous one, it was coming up in the morning. It came up in the early morning and afternoon. In the afternoon period, it actually was moving sideways. But again, this sideways activity, there was multiple points where it did come up above its tripping price. So there was opportunity there. It just happened to be the stock was moving sideways. Uh, Early morning, positive. Afternoon, it was moving sideways. End of day or closing, it dropped a little bit. So next trade is KDMN. That's Cadman Holdings Incorporated, tripped at 1:25:01 p.m. at a price of $4.94, and again it was a buy. It closed the day at $4.98, up 6.87%. That's another positive result. Okay, and OPV, yeah, you can see the afternoon period, it looked like it was moving up. Interesting though, MACD, what was the price? 125. Yeah, you see MACD shot up here, but the averages were coming down. A little bit of spike. It did bounce up a bit, so it's not terrible, but in general motion, it was moving down. Averages were coming down. DI again bounced up here, tripped where it tripped here, and then came down, bounced. It was moving positive though at the end of the day, which is good. And Bollinger Band, same type of thing. This jump here where it jumped up and then pretty much almost sideways after that, but a little bit positive. So that ended the stock being up above its tripping price. So that's 4 out of 4 stocks, 100%, and can't get much better than that. I'll leave it at that.